mi na o mi o mi o mi o na mi o mi na o mi na mi o na mi o mi na o mi na o mi o mi o mi o na mi o mi na mi na mi o o mi o mi o na mi o mi o na mi o mi o na o na mi o mi na o na mi o mi o mi mi na mi o now na mi na now mi o o mi na o mi o na mi o mi na o na mi o mi o mi mi na mi o now na mi na now mi o o mi na o mi na mi na o mi na o na mi o mi na o na mi o mi o mi mi na now mi o now na mi na now mi o o mi na o mi.
Alrighty. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for Cricket tuning in. I'm Cricketune. Tonight we're going to continue on in some Visions of Mana. I actually forget where we left off. Oh, no, what I was doing. We were backtracking a little bit so we can Get all the elemental stuff for the fire element, I guess. And then we were going to continue on with the main quest or whatever. So yeah, we're just going to focus on Visions of Mana today. It's only going to be like a 3-hour stream because I really got to go to bed at a little sooner than usual because I have to be at work a little earlier than usual tomorrow. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's get right into it.
Visions of Mana.
That is the game we are playing. That's what happened. We got Gnome. That means we got the Earth element. And that's what we were doing. Side quests. That's what we were doing. One down here we need to accept, and I think there's 2 that are currently active.
Uh-huh.
Ah. The lady who wants us to go to a specific spot. Thankfully, it's in town. At least it should be in town. It looked like it was. Yeah. Of course I did. I stood right there. Ah, Darnie's their father.
That was a great new experience.
Definitely what you should say after you just learned that her mother is dead and her father is apparently missing. What do I have handy at the moment? Ah, this one we gotta beat up. Oh, okay, no, this one we can ignore. This is when we have to beat the nemesis that are in the 8 ruins. Can't do that until we're in the 50s. Well, I guess now we move on. We'll pay Niccolo a visit.
Welcome. What can I get for you?
blessing ones.
Please come again.
Uh-huh.
Just keep looking at all the other places that we haven't been to yet.
Let's rest up.
Ah, okay. So it's in there.
Well met, little Bakul.
Ah, Earth Crystal. Three more, but we don't have the elements for that yet.
You are as brisk as the breeze. Thank you later. Remember to rest, little one. Let us ponder our next plan.
All right, another thing we were doing was looking for the rest of the little cactus. is.
Look, a cactus.
Stare. Where to next?
Huh.
Cactus that sailed the sea. Fish swim in the water, birds fly in the sky, cools dash across the land. What about plants? Plants aren't always stuck in one place, you know. We spread seeds all over and spread everywhere. You should never underestimate a plant. I only request that you don't jostle me too much. I'm very sensitive to jostling. Cool, and that was our 20th cactus. So now we get a 1.5 boost to EXP. 5 more gives us a discount on conversion rates at Nicolo's Emporium. 30 of them give us 30 sightings give us double EXP, and then we get something fancy for 38. There we go. Now we'll get a little more EXP, which means we'll probably over level.
Let's rest up.
Over level parts of the game, I would assume. We got Prairie Ridge.
Let's plan our next move.
Apparently he's in the Luca ruins. I got him yet.
Yeah. I can breathe inside this bubble.
Ah, there he is.
Found you, little cactus. Huh.
Sarnab Nicolo, because Nicolo's a bad guy? But Passar is also a bad guy, and that's why Full Metal Hugger got taken down. So the real bad guy was Full Metal Hugger all along. I knew it. Oh no, that can't be right. Passar actually the real bad guy after all? I'm so confused. Meridian up ahead. Yeah, there it is.
Let us ponder our next plan.
There.
Look, a cactus.
Ooh, got one of those bots already. I like how the URL is like Japanese massage. That's seriously how I'm going to find I'm seriously going to find best viewers. Here.
Hmm. Yes.
Hey Otto, thanks for cricket tuning in. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? I'm doing all right. Playing the Visions of Mana. At the moment, I'm just doing some backtracking by revisiting past areas to collect anything that I haven't picked up yet. No progress on the story yet, but we will get to that soon. Meridian here? Shoot, okay. There was a meridian, so I guess we'll have to swim back to wherever. Yeah, he is pretty fast. A lot faster than he was in Trials of Mana. The map tell me? Yes, it does. Like you'll see in the lower right corner, it'll tell me how many treasure chests and whatnot I've found in the general area. And anything that I haven't interacted with will pop up on the map as a blue circle. Of course, if it's an interactable thing that a thing that I can interact but can't interact with it yet. That won't show up on the map until I have the means to interact with it. If that makes sense.
Let's plan our next move.
Already went through all these. Yeah, we're good on you. Here in the Charred Passage, I still have 4 treasure chests and a ton of Elementonite. That's because I can't access the upper area. Because if I try to go to that upper area, yeah, I don't have a mouse cursor. Yeah, or actually, yeah, right here. Where I have the cursor focused right here. I can't go into that upper area yet because it literally blocks me from doing so. That area we can't fully complete yet. This here's missing a treasure chest and some elementite. I've already been to the elementite that I can go to. I need the other elements to get the rest. And as for the one treasure chest, it's at the bottom south of here, but I can't reach that until I'm level 50. Good on Longren. Good on Mount Gala. We are missing another treasure chest here. It's on the far left, but we can't deal with that yet. It's also another level 50 locked chest. This place is good. This place is good. Two chests. One of them is just right of there. Can't reach that one until we get to level 50. The one that's south of this one right here, we need the darkness element to reach it. Good on that area. We don't need to be in this old ass area. No, it's just a stone that we can interact with if we have its corresponding element to get elemental points, which we can use that to enhance the elemental plot, which unlocks skills and abilities and whatnot. Check this area again. Here. Check something at the top. I need to confirm it's right up the top there.
There is much about the world that I do not yet know. Well met, little Bakul.
First, I want to go this way.
You
Thanks,
did a
little one.
fine
We owe
job.
you.
Got that. Little cactus was supposed to be there, but I guess we already got him.
Deliver us to our destination. I have gathered some grizzly syrup. You are as brisk as the breeze.
So that one that's dead ahead, that one's behind a dungeon. Or behind these ruins that we can't deal with until we're level 50. Because the mobs there are level 50.
Mush.
There's two things we can do up here, apparently. Ah, this one's an elemental Eerie. Ah, and then an elementite.
Thank you later. Remember to rest, little one. The spirit's strength.
This a try.
My gratitude. At once. Gladly.
Just trying to get used to the controls again.
Consider yourself lucky I didn't go all out. Oh, wow! Whoa! Look at this!
There, that's done.
I got this.
And now we just need 3 more elementite, which we need the rest of the elements to do that. That 1 treasure chest.
Let's use the meridian to travel. Let's plan our next move. Let's rest up. off we go!
Ah, there he is.
Thanks,
You
little
did
one.
a fine
We owe
job.
you.
Little cactus?
Huh. Yes! Let's use the Meridian to travel. And off we go! Go faster! This feels great! Go faster! Grizzly!
Doing this one.
See you later!
Remember to rest, little one.
Let's plan our next move. Let's use the meridian to travel. Let's rest up.
There's a treasure chest in the temple. There's a little cactus.
Little cactus?
Huh.
How does it feel to turn to stone? Let a plant imagine that. Oh, there it is.
Kind of exciting. Is this?
Oh, hey. That unlocks 2 more ability slots for Karina. Good thing we came back for that. There, now she can slap on 2 more abilities. I just need to find Morley's thingy that gives him 2 ability slots.
Let's use the meridian to travel. Let's plan our next move.
Also, go back to that desert area.
Let's use the meridian to travel.
second here.
Let's use the Meridian to travel. Found you, little cactus.
Very good hiding spot.
Huh.
That. Good. Caught up with Cactus now. Cool, and that got us to our 25th. Now we get a discount at Nicolo's Emporium. Where to next? So we can get back to the Dead A Cliffs. Now
We
we'll
made
get
it safe and sound.
Might I suggest we meet with Molebe at the garrison as soon as possible?
now we'll continue on with the story.
Glad to be back. It feels like we were gone for ages.
This time, we'll make it to the top of the cliffs for sure.
We better. I didn't spend all that.
I don't feel any power from the earth spirits yet.
When the ceremony commences, we shall see a difference, I am sure.
You have a point. Might as well wait for the ritual.
Time for us to climb this cliff.
Do you think it'll go any better with the seed this time?
With Gnome's blessing, I think the soil will have enough power. It'll work, now that we have him on our side.
I am prepared to climb if this fails.
You do reap what you sow, as they say. You heard the Queen. Be prepared for any outcome.
Please work. We gotta get to Elucia.
You're back. I
Yeah,
can
we are.
feel a change in the energy of the soil. We should attempt the watering ceremony one more time.
Spirits of Earth, we beseech you, bring life forth from this barren soil. Guide the alms over the cliffs and to Elucia beyond.
Oh my! Did you see? Get a load of that!
Why she had to climb on top of Morley?
Val?
Hina, I'll take care of your core stone. I swear.
He's just too hung up on Hina. Care about the fact that a beanstalk just came out of frickin'
Not
nowhere.
many people venture this far.
There may not be many methods of restocking our packs. Confirm your stores before we climb.
Aw, but I want to go up now.
Me too. But Palamina's right. Let's check our provisions first.
Be there. Okay. Oh,
Welcome. What will it be?
All up to date on our
Stop by again.
stuff.
Welcome. What'll it be? Come again.
Welcome. What can I get for you? Are these wares to your liking? Thank you. Are these wares to your liking? Thank you. Are these wares to your liking? Thank you. Please come again.
There we go.
hello.
Hey,
Alms, Soulguard. Milos Woods lies just beyond the cliffs. It is a vast and treacherous jungle. Within
That's
the
how I like
forest,
'em.
you will find Verdius Burrow, hidden home of the Sproutlings. It is one of them who will become the Alm of Wood. Once the Alm joins your party, you will be that much closer to the Mana Tree. You are well on your way to ensuring the survival of our world. Safe travels on the road to Elusia.
Yes or no? A silly moment to ask that.
This feels wonderful.
A tiring trek it has been, but we have come far.
It's all thanks to the spirits. Ever since Guju, I've been thinking about how we take their powers for granted in our everyday lives.
True. But with the Alm's sacrifice, we can ensure that mana flows to the spirits of earth, fire, wind, water, the moon, and all the rest.
Wow! Get a look at those trees!
Verdius should be in view once we reach beyond this road. The Alm may have already been appointed.
We'll have to see if we come across Orin or the Alm of Wood first, I suppose.
Brace yourselves, everybody.
Whoa! What kind of trees are these? I've never seen anything like them.
The plant life on top of the cliffs doesn't seem to suffer from the same issues as the ones below.
I suppose all of Elusia Isle is isolated from the lands we know. In fact, I wonder how the Mana Tree first came to flourish here.
We're hot on Orin's trail now.
Leave it to us. We won't let Orin keep Hina's core stone.
Are the plants this weird because we're near the Mana Tree?
That? Or it's because there aren't any people to leave the woods in check.
Don't get lost, okay? I don't know if I'd be able to find anyone here.
Come in! We ask for your assistance! Not let
Oh, okay. That disappeared.
What happened to that big flower?
Might it feed on the mana power of monsters, perhaps?
A balanced ecosystem between monster and plant. These woods are very interesting.
Yes! Grizzly! Let me see. Nice! Yes! Take this! You're mine!
Truthfully, I am disappointed.
My father told me once that there's an herb that only grows in these woods. It's a highly sought-after steamed bun seasoning, apparently.
Nico sure knows a lot of things about a lot of things.
Here I go! You're mine! Oh, the flower's gone.
I suppose it really was feeding off the nearby monsters.
There might be more. Let's look around.
A rare item! Grizzly! Taking this? Got some syrup. Yes. Taking this. Got some syrup. Taking this.
That was some jackstock. It just kept growing and growing.
Did you really need to jump on my back, though?
Touchy. I wanted a better view when you happened to be next to me, so...
I've been demoted to platform.
I'll take you all on. Take this!
The enemies and their corresponding flora have been conquered.
Which came first, the flower or the monster?
Taking this. Let's rest up. This is kind of exciting. Nice. Did Orin already make it this far? It's weird that we haven't passed each other. We know we're heading toward the same place.
There is but one way to Elusia Isle. It does not sound possible, let alone plausible.
Feeling good. Feeling good. Got it. I'm getting the hang of this. Yes. Taking this. Found you, little cactus.
Doing a good job hiding. Oh, didn't find a good hiding spot.
Oh. What new unseen challenges await us? I'll take you all on. Elemental candle! Just what I need. Come at me!
Spike freeze!
Feeling?
The large flowers along our way are all gone, it seems.
That means we can keep moving forward. Let's get going. Let me see. A rare item.
Oh, neat. 10 HP when collecting mana. That's handy.
Just getting started.
My bond with the Spirit's virgins.
Awesome. Keep it up. Just getting started.
Good job, Ming. stronger day by day. Good job, me.
My horizons have broadened. I'm on the right track.
May this cultivate our connection. My bond with the spirit's virgins. May this cultivate our connection.
This is kind of exciting. A rare item!
Ah, there we go. There's Morley's ability slot unlocker.
Is this a settlement of some kind?
There don't appear to be any settlers.
Excuse me! Is anyone here? Nope, nothing.
It doesn't look as bad off as Guju. We would know if disaster had struck another town.
Hey, Reno, thanks for cricket tuning in, and thanks for renewing your subscription. I appreciate
Sounds
that.
like music.
How you
Does
doing
anyone play the
tonight?
guitar?
Calm down. It's probably just one of the citizens of Verdius.
I believe that riveting refrain is coming from over there. Shall we investigate?
There's
Yeah,
gotta be
38
someone
months,
around playing
damn.
that song, right?
Appreciate your support, that's for sure.
Yes.
Taking this? Let me see. This might be useful. Grizzly! This is kind of exciting. Is this?
Oh.
Taking this? Yes! plan our next move. Taking this, got some syrup. Taking this. Let me see. A rare item.
Ooh. Damn, that's actually not too shabby on Morley. He likes to do the critical hits.
Taking this.
It's coming from here.
We are all here in order to persevere. A part of this interwoven life that keeps the world from strife. Not moving on, no matter what, oh yeah. So long as all of us are alive, we can grow and sing and thrive. Looks like jam number 1460 is another keeper. Not bad, not bad. Gosh, the fairy is taking her sweet time this year. Those were some weird lyrics. Well, I didn't really ask for your input. Get out of town! You wouldn't happen to be the convoy of alms now, would you? I'm Jule, custodian of the burrow, a sproutling, obviously. Oh, you came all this way, but I'm sorry to say there's no alm of wood just yet.
I guess that means we're stuck here for now.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3. Is it just me, or are we missing people?
Due to some complications on our journey, the Alms of Light and Darkness will join us later. I am Palomina, Alm of Water.
Oh, I'm the Soul Guard, Val.
Morley, Alm of the Moon.
They call me Karina, Alm of Wind, and this pretty lady is Ramco. Golly, a sacred beast cub. Still growing, I see. Were you raised outside of Elusia? Hang on. Do you know Ramco? Nope. We only just got acquainted, but I know plenty about these sacred beasts.
Oh.
That's everyone. Oh, what about the Alm of Fire? Did something happen to the Alm from Tiania?
She, Hina. She lost her core stone. We're looking for the person who stole it from us, and we're actually in a hurry.
Not sure what you mean by core stone, but losing things is never fun.
Sounds like most people haven't heard of core stones.
The only news I can give you is no news. Sorry. There's nobody here but us Sproutlings, and I haven't seen any thieves come through the burrow in, well, ever probably. Plus, there's nothing beyond Vertius but the Mana Tree, so... Oh yeah! And that boulder at the entrance with the legendary sword stuck in it. But that's it.
Oh.
Legendary sword?
Oops, look at the time. I have to go water my friends. Bye.
Oops, I spoke too much.
Wait.
What sword was he talking about? Am I the only one in the dark here?
The Goddess of Mana was said to have given a legendary sword to her hero champion. But I could have never fathomed that the fairy tale was fact.
Orin and Hina talked about it once. I didn't think it was real either.
Perhaps the kernel of truth behind the myth originated here in Elusia. It is the home of the Mana Tree.
Our search for Orin might be a bust, but we still need an alm of wood. We should ask that kid from earlier what's up.
True. Let's find him.
Always a mana tree, and there's always a mana sword when it comes to all these mana
He
games.
has to water his... what? Better look for him, I guess.
Huh?
Yes!
Oh, there he is.
Look! A cactus! Oh.
Different about that Sproutling. They're different. Did they spruce up their style? I've changed too. I'm not the same cactus as I was yesterday, and I'll be a brand new cactus tomorrow. First step to maturity. Good things come to those who sleep.
Let me see. This might be useful. Grizzly!
I'm sorta in the middle of my daily duties. Mind getting out of my way?
Do all custodians water the plants here?
Of course! Who else? I have to take care of my friends.
Friends?
Sure! This tree here is a good friend of mine.
Wait, what? This tree is a sproutling?
Probably.
Oh, I guess you wouldn't know. When a sproutling goes to sleep for a long time, we tend to turn into trees. Every 4 years, just in time for the pilgrimage, one of my hibernating friends grows the most beautiful flowers. The alluring fragrance beckons the fairy to the burrow, and that lucky sproutling gets to be the Alm. Only the most vibrant of sproutlings can blossom, making them the perfect candidates for the Alm of Wood. Our patron elemental wants lush foliage on all of her envoys.
But when are the buds meant to bloom?
Usually the trees are already in bloom by the time the convoy of alms arrives.
Oh
But
dear.
not this year. There's probably no hope for the burrow after all. I suppose we all gotta go sometime.
Whoa, hold on. No need to jump straight to utter destruction.
Nope. I think this is it for us. No flowers, no fairy, no future. Anyway, I'm sure you've all got stuff to do. Some bandit you're tailing or whatever.
He's really gonna give up on his homeland? Just like that?
Joulet seems really knowledgeable about the pilgrimage. There's a lot more I want to ask him.
Huh?
Grizzly! Let me see. This might be useful. Yes!
Was there something else you needed, or were you that curious about my work?
There's a lot we don't know about all this. I was hoping for answers.
A chat would kill time better than my usual rounds. As you wish. All sproutlings remain dormant for long periods with one exception. We alternate who looks after the rest of us while we sleep. As the custodian, I water my sleeping friends each and every day. I woke up 4 years ago just as the last pilgrimage was coming through the burrow.
So for 4 years, you've been watering these guys waiting for them to bloom? All by yourself?
Of course. Though, I guess it's not gonna matter much anymore if there's no alm. Might as well hang up my watering can.
You can't be out of options already. Have you talked with your patron elemental? Maybe she can help.
What a silly thing to say. Alms are appointed, not requested. There's nothing I can do about this.
But how do you know if you don't try? I went directly to Sylphid and asked to be made the alm. You don't want this place to be destroyed, right? Then do something. Anything. Go ask the Elemental of Wood to hurry it up.
That lean.
Joking. She's joking, right?
Karina's telling the truth. She went out and found the Elemental of Wind in order to request her position as the Alm.
But that's going against the hand of fate. Perhaps mortals like yourself try to defy destiny, but that's not how we do things up here. Sproutlings take what life gives us, and we're grateful for it. I don't know how many thousands of years ago it was, but we watched your world teeter on the edge of destruction. All the while we waited, tending the seeds as we've always done. Whatever hand fate deals us is our burden to bear. How egotistical to assume you know better than the goddess herself.
Egotistical? That's rich coming from a stubborn weed like him.
He's not wrong to stick to his principles. He just needs some perspective. Is following the will of the world really worth accepting the destruction of all you hold dear? Not that the workings of the Hand of Fate aren't important, but Karina's got a good point too. I don't want Julei to give up hope.
Yes.
Huh?
You're a pushy bunch, you know that? What is it this time?
You're the one who ran off. We weren't done with our conversation.
Actually, I didn't have anything else to say to you folks. I've said my piece. No need to get worked up about it. I'll tell you what. If an Alm of Wood is chosen, you'll be the first to know. So go ahead and look around for that corkstone or what have you.
It's Corestone, not Corkstone. And that's our friend Soul you're talking about, bub. Hina, the Alm of Fire, had her Corestone stolen by Orin. If we don't get that piece of her back, then Tiania is in danger. Verdia still has a chance. So use it! How can you stand around and throw your hands up like none of this is in your control? Don't you care what happens to the burrow? Think of your dormant friends. Don't you want to save them? Isn't that worth asking to become the Alm of Wood yourself?
Look, pal, I'm not going to take much more of your sass. You think I'm not worried about the fate of my home? There should be blooms by now. It's not supposed to be like this. Without flowers, the fairy won't come. Without the fairy, us sproutlings lose our purpose. No lives to preserve, it'd be the end of everything. Maybe this is my fault. I could have overwatered the burrow or pruned something I wasn't supposed to. That worry is always on my mind.
Julei.
Here's a thought, Julei. We could all search for the reason the flowers aren't blooming.
Huh? But don't you need to find that Aaron guy who stole from you?
You said so yourself. No one has come through the burrow but us. We trust you to know what's going on in your home. Besides, I'm the Soul Guard. It's my duty to find the Alm and protect them from harm.
Look, I appreciate the thought, but there's no cure for the burrow. It's pointless.
Oh, honestly. Stop quitting before you start, kid. Come on, folks. We've got a job to do. I think this place doesn't get enough sunlight. That's what.
The landscape in Verdius hasn't changed in millennia. They would have had problems long before now if it was the sun.
Maybe Gnome's powers are too weak to reach here?
It is true that Elusia is a tad far from other terrain. The solution may be that the sustenance given to the sprouts is being sucked dry.
That's a lot of leads to eliminate. Let's take a look around the area first.
The reason... Wait, could it be?
Where'd Jule get off to? Well, while we wait for him, we can try to figure out the cause of all this. The whole area is covered in plants. No one can get through all this. Maybe that's for the best. We don't want Orin sneaking past us. Unless he's the one that blocked it off?
Val, I surrender. I don't know anything about growing plants.
This foray is fascinating. Practically none of this flora was included in the almanacs of my adolescence.
There's no getting around it. We have to ask the Elemental of Wood for help.
Great idea. If the elemental doesn't know what's wrong, no one will.
Aww, I wanted to be the one to rub it in Jule's face when we found the answer.
Sorry to disappoint you, Karina, but we haven't got the time to waste on fumbling around in the undergrowth.
Dryad is the Elemental of Wood, and well-versed of these wilds. But who can say where we may find her? Would that I knew.
At times like these, it's best to ask the locals.
Ugh, great. We gotta bother Jule again. Just what I need.
Huh? It can't be.
Ah, the cat girls.
Hello again, weary travelers. What a surprise.
How did you get here?
Don't you know there's a big old stalk that reaches all the way up here? My sisters and I didn't want to waste this once in 4 years opportunity, so we climbed up.
We figured now was the perfect chance to gather exotic ingredients like Verdius nectar for flavorings and potions.
Besides, this place has everything. Ancient forests, dangerous pilgrimages, mysterious Gaian explorers. What's not to like?
Sounds like you three have a full itinerary.
Wait a minute. Did you say Gaian explorers? Where did you see one of those?
Oh, there was a dashing young adventurer of that description over by the tree. We saw him ahead of us. We did lose track of him, though.
Had to focus on keeping our footing and all.
Orin's on his way.
Did you see a sproutling around here? Short, green, leafy?
Nope. But I sure would love to meet a sproutling in the flesh. Bark?
That wasn't a happy sound.
What was that? A terrifying cry, that's what! It came from the direction of Milos Woods. Someone might be in trouble!
Could be Jule, or even Orin. Let's check it out.
Oh, before you go, do you need to stock up on anything? Now's your chance!
Anything you want, for a price. Grab the goods you need to save your friend. Don't get stingy now. Buy, buy, buy!
They're the spitting image of Father in miniature.
That cry was coming from Milos. We have to check it out.
Be sure to talk to my merchant sisters if you need to stock up on anything.
Preparedness is...
Welcome!
New weapons? Oh, yeah, there is. Mithril stuff.
I see you have a good happy doing business with you. I see you have a happy doing business with you. I see you happy doing business with
Oh,
you.
God, why did they have to say the line every single time?
I see you have a happy doing business with you. I see you have a happy doing business with you. I see you have a happy doing business with you. I see you happy doing business with you. I see you have a happy doing business with you. I I see you have happy doing business with you. I see you have happy doing business with you. I see you have happy doing business with you.
Oh, that's annoying.
Come back anytime.
Well, she's happy with us doing business with her.
All these goods are the cream of the crop. Take a look at my base meal for your purchase. Take a look at base meal for your purchase.
She just simply thanks us.
Come back again sometime. Welcome. You can't go wrong with these goods.
We already have those goods.
Come again soon.
Let's rest up.
Right, let's go investigate the strange noise.
Tulay, what are you doing over there?
What am I doing? What are you doing?
We can handle this. Stand back.
We call this critter Grapplervine. It was too strong for me to uproot it when it decided to nest near the burrow. Be careful.
Ah, so
It's
he's
coming
probably
for
the
us.
cause.
Get ready, everyone.
We need to weed out enemies like this one.
Quit causing trouble, you troublemaker!
This one's just for you. This isn't over.
My gratitude.
Mighty elements, emerge.
The monster is mobile.
Take this. Elemental cannons. That's it. Now don't stop attacking. Element feeling good. You're wearing it down.
Yes, now is the time to strike.
Ready, bud?
It will succumb soon.
Elemental candle. Thank you. Now don't stop attacking. Just what I need.
He lasted long.
Summon the spirits to our side.
That little cactus EXP bonus is already going too far.
You saved me. Thanks.
It was a close call. We were almost too late. Why did you wander off on your own?
Oh, look in the mirror, buddy.
Oh, now what?
I mean, that you made me wonder if Grappevine might be the cause of the problems in the burrow. Don't get me wrong, this could all still be by the goddess's will, but I wasn't quite as sure anymore. And you all seem so convinced that something could be done, so I wanted to check. But then I got attacked.
Huh. And here I thought you were mad at us again. Glad to see we've convinced you to change your stubborn ways.
That's one way to put it.
Destiny doesn't just fall into your lap every time.
Maybe. But you weren't able to figure out what keeps the flowers from blooming either, right?
Yeah, we're definitely not experts in gardening. But when in doubt, it's best to ask for help. Jule, do you know where the elemental of wood is?
Dryad? Easy peasy. Let me give her a ring. Oh, Dryad.
There she is.
Oh, yes, hello. Jeepers, you got here fast. Were you nearby?
Oh, forgive me. That is to say, I was looking for you, Jule. But then I saw you were tied up with Grappevine and wasn't certain what to do. Oh, dear. The alms. Please excuse me. I am known as Dryad.
A particular pleasure indeed, Dryad. We were just inquiring as to your whereabouts.
Yes, I could hear you from over there, and I think I may know what caused all of this fuss. As Jule guessed, Grappevine was the one behind it all. It absorbed all the nutrients from the plants, stunting their growth. That's why the flowers wouldn't blossom.
Oh.
Well, the monster is gone now. So that means...
The flowers, my friends. Dryad, this is great. There'll be an alm after all.
We can expect the blooms at any moment.
Gee whiz. There's still so much to do. I have to get ready to welcome the fairy. Meet you back in Verdius.
He's got some spring in his step now.
Could I ask you, Alms, and you, Sir Solgard, to join Jule?
Sure.
Irregular as the situation may be, you will be one of the few pilgrimages to see the flowering firsthand. That should count for something, I think.
Jule's in a better mood. I guess he gets grouchy when he's worried.
Lucky for us.
Oh, nice.
For now, let's head to the appointment ceremony
Well,
of the Alm of Wood.
Receiving that just spoilt the fact that Jule is going to join us.
What?
Yes.
Let's rest up.
Dryad, come on! Shake a root!
Again, my apologies for the delay. I was considering Verdius' future and consulting with the denizens of the woods and such. Now then, let me see. With this spring breeze, I bid the trees awaken, bloom forth.
Huh? Whoa!
Oh. The wrong one to have bloomed. There's the fairy.
How unexpected! No flowers on the sleeping trees, but a flower blossoming right out of your head. Ow! Blossoming sproutling Jule. By the grace of the goddess of mana, I name you the Alm of Wood.
hibernating friends didn't bloom. I did. A humble custodian like me? And I thought only dormant sproutlings were fated to blossom.
Oh, yes, well, you see, I was planning to choose you from the very beginning. That's why I went searching for you. Would you, Jule, be my emissary to the Mana Tree and fulfill the duty of the Alm of Wood?
You got it, Dryad! Oh, but if I'm the Alm of Wood, who will stay to tend and water my sleeping friends? They could brown or shrivel up and wither without proper hydration. I can't leave them alone like that, Dryad. That'd be worse than any disaster that could befall Vertius.
Jule? Oh, come to us. We have a message for you.
Wait, that's...
Jule? What's wrong?
I can hear my friends. They want to tell me something. Come on, let's go talk to them.
I didn't notice anything, but I guess Jule could hear the voices of his friends. Better stick with him and check this out.
Jule, you kept us company with your joyful singing. We asked Dryad to choose you as the Alm on our behalf. That monster in Milo's woods has been draining us of our mana. We have nothing to spare on our buds. Grapplavine is defeated, but it will take time before we can bloom again. Too much time to avoid the destruction of the burrow.
But what will you do without a custodian? You'll dry up.
Don't worry about us. Things will work out. Believe in the future of the burrow. We need you to convey the wishes of the Sproutlings to the Mana Tree.
But you've all waited so long for the chance to be an Alm. I can't take that honor away.
Then use this, and together we will see the future flourish.
Ugh, that's great. Oh. The elemental vessel of wood.
Elemental vessel. Dryad Sprig.
Oh, dear. So that's where it went. We forgot to return it before we went to sleep. Sorry. But now that our work here is done, I think it's time to go back to sleep. Enjoy the Mana Tree, Jule. We'll see each other again.
Take the words of encouragement from your countrymen to heart. You're lucky they can see you off on your journey. There was no one left in my hometown of Aetern to wish me luck when I left with Val. But maybe, just maybe, there's a chance at bringing some life back to the parish if I complete the alms duty. That's my hope, at least.
Morley's right. It would have been nice to leave the Vale with everyone's blessing, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Everyone at home always told me I wasn't fit to be an Alm. But this journey has given me a lot to think about now that I'm here.
And this from the person lecturing me about alms and duties just a moment ago. Sounds like the pilgrimage hasn't been easy so far. Thanks for putting up with me earlier. I look forward to our journey together. As short as it is. The Mana Tree's just over there, after all.
Happy to have you, Jule.
There, he's joined the party.
Oh, what are we going to do about the greenery blocking our way out of Vertius?
I apologize. That was my doing. I wanted to ensure that the path to the Mana Tree was protected. I will clear the way. Please give me a moment.
An oddball at times, but his valuable ally offers healing and support to his teammates. He can also learn how to revive fallen allies. Be aware that his naturally low defense makes him unfit for engaging directly with enemies. So he's got the best healing abilities, but he's weak. Ooh, that's a handy ability. Vessel of Wood provides a healing AoE.
The mana tree is so close now. Though, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Orin's still out there. Whatever I can do to prepare, I should do it in the burrow.
Okay.
Alright, now we got the whole party. First thing we should do, though, is equip that, equip this to everyone so everyone unlocks their wood ability. Or their wood class. We're gonna be seeing this cutscene like 50 bloody times. Oh, I kind of like that fit. Well, I'm liking the vibe of Val's wood.
My new power?
Edelfrey. Excellent airborne combat. I like her little hat.
So this is the power of
Conjurer. Use their fans to summon monsters to fight in battle. Wonder where the summoning class was in this game. I like his hat. He's got one of those hats on.
I'm eager to try out
Samurai.
my new skills.
Cat feet. Or no, squirrel feet in this case.
Is this proof of my new
Beast
power?
Leader. This class also summons stuff. And now Jule's got to equip every single one of these to unlock his. I like the weapon.
I feel stronger than ever.
Hyper. Class can use their umbrella to reduce amount of damage the party receives from certain monster types and increase the damage dealt to them. Okay. Looking fancy.
Whoa, what's this new power?
Cultist. Now he looks smart. Looks like a scholar of some sort.
I feel stronger
Oh, okay,
than
that
ever.
is the actual class. Okay. Played any of the Bravely Default games? Back when the first one came out, I kind of wanted to play it, but I never bothered to buy it. I like the design of that hammer.
Whoa, what's
Gatekeeper.
this new power?
Okay. If Bravely Default 2 is shot off, I'll think about it. How he's struggling to actually carry that
I
hammer.
feel stronger than ever.
Hunter. Will unlock the wood. Which is fitting to him because he's the alm of it.
Whoa, what's
Sage.
this new power?
Parasols in aerial combat and have abilities that can poison opponents. Alright, now to mess around with the elemental plots. Yeah, so I've heard. Yeah.
Awesome! Keep it up!
I'm getting stronger day by day. Good job, me.
Well, that's handy.
I'm getting stronger day by day.
I might.
My horizons have broadened.
Oh, that's neat. He gets an additional
right
attack.
My horizons have broadened.
May this cultivate our connection. My bond with the spirit's virgins.
Okay, so she gets an actual ability that buffs up summoning. Karina doesn't. Or Karina gets better summoning thingies. Better enemies to summon.
I'm starting to twig it. The elements are all around us.
Oh, that's a handy class ability.
I'm starting to twig it. The elements are all around us. I'm starting to twig it. The elements are all around us. I'm starting to twig it.
Oh, that's handy too. This ability allows you to remove stat decreases when you're healing them with your own healing abilities.
The elements are all around us. I'm starting to twig it. The elements are all around us. I'm starting to twig it. The elements are all around us.
Oh damn, that's not bad. 20% more damage when using a class strike. My chance of stunning all enemies when using a class strike does not trigger on boss monsters or nemesis. Oh, that's a shame. That would make it broken though.
I'm starting to twig it. The elements are all around us.
Now we need to get his his expansion item so we can get the rest of it. Wonder, do we have to buy any art items for him now? Now that he joined the party?
Peruse at your leisure.
Yeah, here we go.
I see happy doing business with. I see happy doing business with. I see happy doing business with you. Come back anytime. Welcome.
Got the money.
These goods are the cream of the crop. Take the thank you for your purchase. Come back again sometime.
Now we have the wood elements, so now everyone can. So now we can activate those things.
Let's plan our next move.
Now means we can go back to all the other bloody previous locations and try to find the elementites that. Better just to carry on, I guess. We are close to the Mana Sanctuary after all.
Dryad, we made it! Oh, good! I shall open the path for you. Heave, heave, and a whoosh!
You don't get to see it animate, though.
There you are!
We have come upon the far corner of Milos Woods.
Once we get out of here, our goal should be in sight.
Excuse me, Sir Solgard? Beyond these trees is what is known as the Sanctuary of Mana. Unfortunately, only the alms are permitted to enter. The Solgard cannot go past the entrance.
Yeah, I know. Either way, first I have my duty to Hina to fulfill. I will get her core stone back.
The merchant sister saw Orin when they were going up the jack tree, right? You're not gonna wait for him here, are you?
If only we had an idea of his plans, we could try and head him off.
I don't know the fella, but if this Aaron went to the trouble of climbing up to Elusia, he probably wants something from the mana tree, right? Why don't we stick together at least until we reach the entrance? Who knows? Maybe he'll come to you.
Indeed.
You're right. Let's forge ahead for now.
Oh, do be safe on your travels.
There is a barrier around the Mana Sanctuary. Only alms are able to cross it, I am afraid.
What? Really? But what if we get surrounded by monsters and we don't have Val to take them on?
Don't worry. No monsters can trespass in the sanctuary.
Sounds like Morley did his research. The goddess protects the sanctuary from monsters with that barrier. Milos Woods and the Sanctuary of Mana are all a part of the spirit realm. Or they were at least.
The what now? Spirit realm?
Well, it's a realm, but for spirits. It's where elementals and sproutlings came from. In the past, it used to be separate from the mortal realm, where humans live. The mana goddess used to be able to protect the spirit realm from monsters. But when all the realms merged, that changed.
Merged, you say?
Yup. Once monsters began to emerge in Milos, the goddess had to create the barrier to protect the sanctuary. It's really strong. Strong enough to protect the goddess and the mana tree. So don't worry. There's no way a silly monster could break through and get us.
Oh. Well, okay then. If you're sure.
Now we're back in Milos Woods.
Every place we visit is unique. Under the Cliffs was not nearly as unsullied as this climate.
We are pretty close to the mana tree. Plus, barely anyone but the convoy of alms ever passes through here.
Not people, but it looks like monsters sure do. Tread carefully. Grizzly! Got some syrup. Grant me power! Thanks for the pick-me-up.
Are you fond of music, Jule?
Sure am. I've composed 1,460 original songs to date.
1,460 songs? How bored were you? You will not stand in the way of our goals.
Gathered enough mana.
One night over already?
This is kind of exciting. Nice! Taking this.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Activate! Take it away! Grizzly!
Oh, I see. Flower that stretches out far enough, we jump off it.
Grizzly!
They're stuck up there.
Looks like I'm in luck, huh?
Not to be nosy, but have you noticed that Val spaces out a lot?
Oh, that's probably when he's thinking about Hina.
Huh. Being human comes with a lot of strange hang-ups, if you ask me.
Watch yourselves, everyone! They were nothing but hot air. Yes! Grizzly! Let's rest up. Yes! Help us out! Take it away! Grizzly!
Jule, don't your feet hurt from walking on this terrain without shoes?
Hurt? Why would they hurt? These feet were made for walking. What about you? Don't your feet get tired of being crammed in those stiff things all day?
I never thought about it like that.
Light elemental thingy, but we don't have the light elemental. Can't interact with that yet.
Taking this. Grizzly! Come forth! I'm brimming with power!
Proceed with
prized possession.
Whoa! We're in the middle of a forest, but it looks like the night sky.
Oh, that's right. Not a lot of plants glow down on the surface.
They might be pretty, but try not to fall into the poison marshes below.
Noted. Then we shall stick to the tree trunks and make ample use of the spirit's power.
Got some syrup.
Floor is now poison.
Taking this. Grizzly! Grizzly! Resonant! Yes! Let's use the meridian to travel.
This thing in order to get across. But we can't use thing yet, so.
Please work. Take it away. Activate. Take it away. Grizzly. Taking this. Salamando candle. You're mine.
Truthfully, I am disappointed.
Grant me power. Thanks for the pick-me-up. Got some syrup. Yes. Taking this. Got some syrup. Grizzly! Looks like I'm in luck, huh?
Everyone, proceed with proof. Easy.
Do not drop your defenses. May this momentum motivate us.
This is kind of exciting. Is this?
Ah, there we go. Oh no, that's the ability slots. Okay. He didn't even equip slots to him. Bolster his defense a little better. Pop that on.
Yes!
Acquire an antidote.
You're mine!
Easy.
Just what I need. Okay. Take this!
We should be prepared for subsequent strikes.
Let me see. A rare item! Grizzly! Help us out! Take it away! Got some syrup. Grizzly! Power of mana! Take it away! This might be useful.
Come to think of it, there hasn't been an Alm of the Moon for a while now.
Yes. I'm the first in many years, thanks to Val and the others.
I'm not that up to date on current affairs down below, but I'm sure that wasn't easy.
What new unseen challenges await us? Come forth! I'm brimming with power. Salamando candle! Easy! Ready whenever! Come at me! Next! One rival remains. You're mine! Got it!
Consider yourself lucky I didn't go all out.
Grizzly! This is kind of exciting. This might be useful. Let's plan our next move. Grizzly! Power of mana!
Do have enough points to put something in something.
Good job, Nate.
I'm on the right track.
May this cultivate our connection.
Brimming with power.
Oh, wow. This place is beautiful.
The way the sun shines upon the verdure looks just like a scene from a fanciful fairy tale.
I assume every convoy before us has also marveled at this view.
The entrance to the sanctuary is up ahead. Nearly there, folks.
Where could Orin be? Hina, I'm coming.
Monsters, maintain your focus.
Let me with power! Come at me! You're mine! I'm getting the hang of this. Let me see. A rare item.
Ah, neat.
Grizzly!
We're here! This is the entrance to the Sanctuary of Mana itself.
Finally! I'm a bundle of nerves. Excited, anxious, the works. But I guess the mana tree is gonna have to wait. First, we need to get Hina's core stone.
The tree is all the way inside the sanctuary past the gateway, safely tucked away from trespassers and mischief makers.
Orin is likely to be loitering in this location.
This is our last mission before we reach our journey's end.
You said something about a sword being kept here, right?
I sure did. Wanna see? It's stuck in a huge rock. You can't miss it.
Taking this?
Little cactus
There you are, little cactus.
stuck in the rock. Sanctuary of Mana is home to the goddess. You can't just enter whenever you please. If someone came to my home unannounced, I'd be shocked. Home is a sacred place. It's kind of sanctuary. Embarrassing for people to see your space without permission. If someone asked nicely, I'd let them in.
Yes!
Finally, we've arrived in the domain of the Mana Goddess and Tree.
The sword sticking out of that rock is the legendary Mana Sword?
Orin could be lying in wait. We would do well to search the area for
Visitors. Except we're gonna get a cutscene instead. Oh, there's the Orin.
Huh?
Right up on the rock.
Is that?
Yep, that's the one and only Mana Sword. Oh, and a visitor.
Orin?
Val, I'm sorry. This was the only way I could get my hands on the Mana Sword.
That's why you're here? The sword?
That's right. Do you even know the miracles I can perform with this power? I can save Liza, cure her of her cursed petrification. And that's not even the half of it. She's still the Alm of Earth. Until I can release her, she'll never be free. That's why I need the sword. I have to change the world for the better. Get rid of the Alm sacrifice altogether, so that our loved ones don't have to die to preserve the future for the rest of us.
You're saying you sacrificed Hina's life in order to save Liza? We trusted you, Orin. Both of us did. And you betrayed us!
As the Soul Guard, you're charged with ensuring the Alms meet their ends by completing the pilgrimage. You were prepared to lose Hina then? I just made her sacrifice come a little earlier than expected. For the sake of the world, you can hate me. I won't blame you. But with my plan, we'll never have to sacrifice another person ever again. Alms will no longer have a reason to exist. We'll be freed from this horrible tradition of loss and regret.
Sorry, but I think Orin might be right about this. Hina and other Alms before her were denied the life they wanted to live. His words are tempting.
Val, you can't.
Even so. Even so. The Alms have never been just a means to an end. Not to me. Their sacrifice has to mean more than that. This world exists because the Alms carry with them the hopes and dreams of all those who came before and those who will come after them. I know in my heart that this world is sick. But Hina was never meant to be used as a pawn by anyone.
Of course she wasn't. None of us want her life to be lost in vain.
There has to be a way to obtain the Mana Sword without Hina's Core Stone.
Regardless,
Be the Core Stone to
it should
begin
not
with.
be your call. It is pitifully presumptuous of you to assume you know the wishes of all Alms, past and present.
My Sproutling friends entrusted me with this duty, and I mean to see it through. You don't speak for me, mister.
Thanks, everyone. As long as I have friends on this journey who need me, I'll continue to serve them as the Soul Guard. Even if we end our pilgrimage at the Mana Tree, I'm in charge of my own destiny. Hina is my responsibility. You have to return her Core Stone now, Orin!
You can't stop this. Without a Core Stone, I can't pry the Mana Sword from this rock. I have to bring back the world of Fadiel for Liza. No. For all of us who don't want to lose the people we hold dear. In the past, there were no Alms to sacrifice. Mortals, spirits, Benevodon monsters, even the goddess herself, all lived in the different realms that made up Fadiel. But years ago, the 5 realms were condensed into one. That mangled world was called Kidiel. It's the world that you and I know today. With the power of the Mana Sword, we can return Kidiel to the Fadiel it once was. Split it into a world that doesn't need to have soul offerings. The Mana Sword is right in front of us! They say that only the Chosen One can wield it. If that's the case, then that's just what I'll be. Even if it means betraying my friends, my village, will have the sword!
Orin! What are you doing with Hina's core stone? No, Hina!
Oh. Oh. Who this?
You're the voice I heard from the megalith, aren't you?
Stop it! Hina!
Just ate Hina.
Earth shall be first.
Earth? Give me that sword! I earned it! Orin! Return Hina's core stone now!
You are not even worth the stretch of my sword arm.
It can't be. Delophos? After all this time?
My. Correct, Sproutling. Your reward is the ruination that awaits you all.
Uh-oh.
You can't have Hina's core stone. I won't let him!
I never saw myself battling against the real Delophos in this lifetime.
Elemental candle! Healing? It's immobilized! Nicely done!
I will ruin you!
God! Behold my power! Our finish!
Hey, Val. If we cannot attack them, we must avoid the site at all costs.
That's it! Now don't stop attacking! It's immobilized! Nicely done! It's immobilized! Nicely done!
Oh, okay. I'm to half health and then it stopped.
He's far too powerful!
There's no way we can win this!
All our advances will be futile if our adventure ends here.
I'm all for retreating personally. Trent, you're helping us?
This land will not be desecrated by the powers of evil on my watch.
Never thought I'd see the Overseer of the Sanctuary intervene like this.
Now is the time to withdraw, arms.
No! I can't just run away! I have to save Hina! I have to get her core stone!
Listen, this isn't a fight we can win right now. We have to pull back.
Didn't have to scream. That completes chapter 4. The hell was that guy?
Curse it all. Now Hina's core stone is...
Non-existent.
How did a man like that get trapped outside the sanctuary?
For Wheeler Woe, he knows not our whereabouts.
Trent's probably keeping him plenty busy.
First things first, who is Trent? For that matter, who is De La Who's It?
Golly, you don't know anything, do you? I'm not a historian, but I'll summarize what I can.
Jam session.
Trent is one of the goddess's emissaries. He watches over the entrance to the sanctuary to keep the people who aren't supposed to be in there out. I guess you could call him a neutral overseer. His job is to protect the goddess, but he's not exactly one to stick his leaves into the business of the alms who come his way. We're lucky we got him in a good mood, or we'd be goners. As for the gentleman who is sealed away in the rock, his name is Delaphos. Long ago he tried, and failed to overthrow the mana goddess herself.
Oh.
Inconceivable.
Unfortunately, it looks like that long nap didn't change his mind about revenge either.
Overthrow the goddess? But why would he do that?
Don't ask me. We weren't friends or anything. When Delaphos was defeated the first time, his powers splintered, scattering all across the mortal realm. Lost to time and memory.
You're saying that the form we just fought wasn't even close to his true strength.
That's about the gist of it. If you ask me, Delaphos is gonna need to find the rest of his fragmented power before he does anything else.
This complicates our current mission considerably. Given your age, I am fascinated by the breadth of your familiarity with history, Jule. I love to learn myself, but I have not heard half the stories you have related to us.
My age? Oh, right. I keep forgetting how little you know about spirit folk. Sproutlings have a very, very long lifespan. That guy from before, Orin, was it? He mentioned something about Key and Fadiel, right? When I first sprouted, the world was called Fadiel. I know what I say sometimes sounds like ancient folklore, but it really was the world I grew up in.
You mean to tell me you're actually an old man?
Huh. The fact that I'm older than I look is your takeaway from all that?
I'm only 17. Should I be, I don't know, more respectful? Sir?
Nah, there's no need to get stuffy on me now, Sonny.
I was just playing along.
More importantly, we gotta do something about Delaphos. And soon. The places where his divided power is being kept are the exact same ones where the Benevodons are locked away.
Benevodons?
Yup. Delaphos will have to release the seals to take back his power, which, lucky us, means the monsters can break loose.
There must be some mistake. I have read the old texts, and the Benevodons were felled by the legendary sword of the ancient hero Delaphos. The goddess bequeathed her blade to her champion to aid him in his adventure. It is an epic tale passed down through the generations in prose and performance alike.
Golly, they made plays? Mortals sure do like to talk about things they don't understand.
Then, do you think the story's gotten warped over the years?
Well, it is true that Delaphos was sent to destroy the Benevodons.
How old are
So
you
wait,
exactly?
What's the problem?
If both Palomina and Jule's accounts are to be believed, then Delaphos must be planning to revive his once defeated foes, using those great monsters to visit his wrath upon the mana goddess.
If he's as stubborn as I remember, that's exactly what Delaphos wants. Resurrecting the Benevodons will throw the whole world out of whack. Even completing our pilgrimage wouldn't be enough to balance things out.
But getting Hina's core stone from Orin is one thing. How are we supposed to take it from an ancient hero?
Right now, we're the only ones who know that Delaphos is back. There's no one else we can turn to.
So you do intend to go after him?
I don't care if he's some legendary champion. He still took Hina's core stone, and I won't let him get away with it.
I'll go with you. It's way too late to turn back now anyway. Plus, I don't think my friends back in the burrow would want me to abandon the rest of the alms to go to the Mana Tree on my own.
It was never my intention to stay behind. The more of us stand against the enemy, the easier the fight will be. You'll need backup.
As a former dignitary, I cannot condone an individual such as Delafos destroying any domain, no matter how diminutive.
Delafos got the drop on us last time. Without the element of surprise, we can take him. And Hina's core stone, for that matter.
Now that that's settled, what's next?
Let's not go back to the sanctuary yet. I think that tree guy might be mad at us for the mess we left behind.
Delafos said something about Earth after he woke up, right? Do you think he meant Guju?
Well, yeah. The Benevodons are sealed away near where each alm is chosen for the pilgrimage, of course.
But Liza and Watts are still in the area. We have to get back to Guju.
Back to Guju, then.
I'm worried for Liza's safety. And Watts too, for that matter. We gotta hurry. But first things first. We gotta make sure we're battle ready. I'm not letting Delafos make off with Hina's core stone again.
But how old are you exactly? Well, you know, Justin. It's just it's this trope that they always do with the little girls. She looks 12, but she's actually 5,000 years old. That sort of thing. Except this time it's a boy.
Welcome. What can I get for you? Please come again.
Welcome. What'll it be?
Here for us to get.
Come again.
Like our next objective is just to head back to Guju. Right, and we still have the alms of light and darkness to deal with too. Talking 5,400, 79,000. I just need to know. I don't know.
Yes.
Grizzly!
I cannot comprehend how the Delafos we dealt with could possibly be the hero of legend. How did it come to this? And why?
Gee whiz, enough with the questions. Why don't you ask him? It's not like I'm his keeper.
Let's ask Vuskov for a ride to Guju.
Time for a handy-dandy fairy flute.
The first thing we should probably do is heal up, because I'm not fully healed from... not fully healed from that quote-unquote boss fight. Now that we have the element of wood, now we can revisit everything, all the previous places, and try to find the wood element crystal thingies. Also, this island. Big ass tower in it. Access it. Yeah, now a whole bunch of dots have appeared.
And off we go!
See you did a fine job.
As soon as the Pakul touches deep enough water, it despawns.
Let's go! This feels great!
And it's a treasure chest we can't do anything about until we reach level 50.
Go faster!
Kind of disappointing we can't insta-kill enemies at this point with the with the Pakul. Ah.
Thanks, little one. We owe you.
Remember to rest, little one.
Activate!
You will not stand in the way of our goal.
Take this! It's easy! Ready whenever!
Oh. Aim just hiccuped just now.
Okay. You're mine! There's more? Spirits, come forth! You're mine!
Nice.
Okay, who's next?
Let me see. Is this?
Oh, nice. That seed grants the ability to revive a party member. Teach that to someone that's in our active party. We won't need fairy or what's it called again? Cup of Wishes.
And off we go! Go faster!
this little area, but I still don't think we can actually go this way, can we? Yeah. Can't go that way until much later in the game, I assume.
Let's rest up.
Oh, there's a quest in Tiania. Check that out.
Hi.
I just decided to go and see if he could find a friendly group of goblins.
Let's plan our next move.
May or may not end well for him. Yep. Of course. I like that they're level 14. It's like, oh, okay.
Forces made this outcome an obvious one.
Talk to that guy again.
Let's rest up. I'm one step closer to becoming a true soul guard.
Skill seed from that.
I see.
Yeah.
Any cooler.
Let's plan our next move.
Another thing opened up over here. Yogurt is life. I don't mind yogurt. For any yogurt that tastes like that's strawberry or blueberry flavored. Don't really like straight yogurt unless it's got a sweet flavoring to it.
Resonant! I'm brimming with power. Let's go!
Like vanilla yogurt? Oh yeah. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be I probably would like vanilla yogurt. Of course, I also don't eat yogurt all that often. seems to be it for that area.
This feels great! Go faster!
Hey, we can get this.
This feels great! See you later.
Remember to rest, little
Let's
one.
rest up.
Once in a while thing. Makes sense. Quest in Logren. Ah, this person.
Hey!
Let's use the Meridian to travel.
And what's more?
You're mine!
Turn your defenses into the very end. He'll eat punks like you for breakfast.
Gather up a little more of that. Yeah, 2 more. Need to find some more needle beaks.
Where to next?
Ah, here's a couple.
If you're gonna pass one, you win. What? Over already?
There we go.
Where to next?
Oh!
Helping out people in need can be so rewarding.
Spirit circle. That dude. Inner fighting spirit to deal non-animal damage, high chance of stun. Oh, okay. Neat. Brilliant.
Let's rest up.
On that area. Something opened up in this one, though. Oh, I'm at my 3-hour mark. Okay. Let's get this. Probably wrap it up.
Let's go.
I would like to go a little longer. I fortunately have work rather early. The more I get to bed for that, the better. There. There. A couple things here. Oh no, just one new thing here. Yeah, we should probably get this one. Oh, cool. There's not sufficient disk space to continue recording. Oops.
Let's go.
That means I don't. That means I don't have a hard copy of this of this stream. My hard drive is too big, or not enough space. Oh well. Time I really need a hard copy of the stream is if I can't upload it. Can't upload the VOD to Twitch or something.
This feels great.
Find a dog? Yes. A dog called a Picool. Kind of looks more like a wolf, but they act like dogs. Rata Harbor? No, we're good there. Okay, so we're done with this whole area. Also, thanks for cricket tuning in, Knight. Appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Fortunately, I'm actually going to be ending very soon, so I gotta go to bed. I have to wake up
And off we go.
Wake up at a very early time.
This feels great.
So, am I going to play Octopath Traveler? Sometime in the future, I guess. Oh. Not really in the mood to play it right now, so definitely not this year, or maybe even next year. I don't know.
Thanks, you did a fine
We owe
job.
you.
Over to the next area, and then I'll save it, and then that'll be it for the stream. I'm already pushing it. No, I don't want to go to Tiania. No. I'm doing all right, Knight. Hope you're doing well. You're eating everything. Try to save some for later. stop off at Ledgus Bay.
Let's plan our next move.
Save. Gone on steroids for your ulcerative coitus. Wow. Hope you're doing all right with that. Steroids, boy, that's gotta be rough.
Let's rest up.
There. That we're going to end the stream at this point. It's starting to get pretty late for me. I literally gotta go to bed in like an hour's time so I can get rested for work tomorrow. That'll be the end of the stream for tonight. There will be a stream. Next stream is gonna be on Wednesday, where I'll continue on in Genshin Impact for that one. And then there'll be a stream on Thursday where we'll continue on in No Man's Sky. And then I do work on Saturday, but I'm off at 8 p.m. my time. So there might be time to do a stream on Saturday night, this coming Saturday, where I will probably continue on in Final Fantasy 14 on that stream that day. Do stick around though, because I would like to send you guys out on a raid. Definitely not gonna raid rare. I've raided rare enough times. If possible. I was kind of thinking of raiding someone that's currently playing. Raid. Give me a second. Oh, actually, I'm not seeing it. There was one other person in Rare's community that was playing this, but I guess they wrapped up. Oh, there's so many people that are streaming with 0 viewers. Well, I feel sorry for them. What? Following. Yeah, let's go raid Night Revenge. Oh, I don't get to raid him all that often. He's currently playing Cult of the Lamb, so if he has the Companion of the Lamb app enabled, then should be able to join his cult if he's looking for anyone. Feel free to join on that raid. I'm sure he would appreciate it. You don't have to if you don't want to. So again, next stream will be on Wednesday, where I'll play some more Genshin Impact. With all that said, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good night. Hope to see you all on Wednesday, and please enjoy Night Revenge.